back to Solstice Day 10. Go ahead and grab a block if you have one. If not, a pillow works great, or even a blanket. We're gonna come onto our knees, hip width distance. We're gonna sit back on said object, either the pillow, the blanket, or the block. Just taking some pressure off of our knees and our heels and our ankles. Sitting up nice and tall, nice straight spine, shoulders down, hands can be in your lap. We're gonna close our eyes for a moment. We're gonna take a few breaths, becoming present on the mat. Doing our best to leave our stresses off of the mat. Feel free to set an intention for your practice or your day. And as we inhale, we count to 4, and exhale, we count to 8. Let's begin. Deep breath in, and let it all go. Deep breath in, and let it all go. One more deep breath, and release. And gently open up through the eyes. We're gonna interlace those hands behind our back. Shoulder blades come together, chest opens as we slightly lift the chin towards the sky and bring the hands towards the ground. Not lifting your knees. Don't worry if the hands don't touch the ground. Take an inhale. And we're going to exhale, melt the belly to the thighs. Hands lift up towards the sky, let them fall towards the ground. Take a deep breath here. Slowly begin to turn on your forehead, opening up to the left, hands fall to the right. Come back through center, take it over to the other side. And gently release the hands, bring them under your shoulders to help you come back up. We're gonna walk the hands out to the right, opening up through the chest, left arm over left ear. Both sits bones stay on the object you're seated on. Take a deep breath. Come on over to the other side, walk that left hand out, open up through the chest, right arm over right ear. Take a deep breath here. And come on back up through center. We're gonna twist over to the right, looking over the right shoulder. So normally we know this is a supine twist. Well, I just learned in my yoga certification class, this is also called the wind relieving pose. So, you learn something new every day. Let's come on over to the other side. Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. Take a deep breath here. Come back through the center. Let's stretch through the wrists. Grab those 4 fingers, pull them under. And face the hand outward, grab the fingers, pull them under. Let's take it to the other side. And hand comes outward, pull those fingers under. And interlace the fingers. We're just gonna rave a little bit. Make it as big or small as you want. The bigger you make it, the more you're warming up through other parts of the arm and shoulders. And you can reverse it. You can make little circles, figure eights, whatever you want to do. And release. We're going to remove that block or whatever object you had. Place it to the side. We're going to bend the mat or fold the mat, giving us some cushion. Knees come hip width distance, feet are flat on the mat. And we're just going to lean back, using those quads to lift. And we lean back, lift up. This time we lean back. See if you can grab your heels and then push out with the hips, opening up through the chest. And we release. Come on back. Unravel the mat. Come into a regular child's pose. Arms come around the legs, forehead to the mat. Take a deep breath. Again, in your child's pose, if you're feeling like, if you're bringing your forehead to the mat and your glutes are still lifted off of your heels, I suggest sitting back and placing a block or a pillow so you can rest your head. And let's come on up. We're going to bring the knees as wide as the mat. Big toes touch. Hands come under the shoulders, widen the fingers. Just let those hips sink forward. We're going to bring the left hand to the center, and we're going to open up that right arm to the sky. Go ahead and bring it down to the side. Hold it here. Keep those hips sinking. Take a deep breath. And let's replace the left hand with the right. We're going to twist the left arm open to the sky. Make sure those hips are sinking. And bring that left arm down to the side. Hold it here. And bring it down. Let's sit back. We're going to come forward and open up through those hips and chest. Sit back. Open up. Sit back one more time. And come through center or neutral. And this time we thread the needle. Right arm comes up and we thread it right under the left arm, coming onto our right shoulder. Right ear to the mat. Left arm comes up and over. You can let that arm rest or see if you can grab the opposite thigh. Take a deep breath here. Opening up through the chest. And we bring that left hand back under that shoulder. Come back to neutral. Left arm reaches towards the sky. We thread it right under that right arm, coming onto the left shoulder and left ear. Right arm to the sky. We bring it around. Maybe you grab that opposite thigh. Take a deep breath. And unravel. Right hand comes back under that shoulder, and we come back to neutral. We're going to curl the toes under. Come into your first down dog. Take your dog for a walk. Pedaling through the feet, stretching through the backs of those legs. Stretch through the tops of the feet. Take a deep breath. One more deep breath. And lift those hips towards the sky. Melt that chest towards the thighs. We're going to bring that right leg high, three-legged dog. Inhale. We're going to exhale, bend that knee, bring that heel towards the glute, open up through that hip. Shoulders stay square to the front of the mat. And we're going to bring it forward, coming into pigeon. Slide back on that back leg, hips square to the front. Maybe you need to bring that foot out or in. Don't mind my dryer beeping. It's real life here, real life. We're going to bring our left elbow in front of that bent knee and twist over to the right, bringing the hands together in prayer. Take a deep breath. Go ahead and rest that forearm on the mat. Bring that right arm around in a bind. See if you can grab that front foot. Take a deep breath. Would you shut up? Sorry. And let's come back through the center. We're gonna lay down. Take a deep breath here. That better be the last time that thing beeps. And just walk up on your fingertips a little bit and see if you can just thread the needle while you're in pigeon pose. Bringing the left shoulder and the left ear to the mat. Maybe you bring that right hand on top of the left. And just take a moment and breathe. If this is too much for you, you can stay up on your forearms or on your hands in pigeon. And we come back, walk those hands back in front. We're gonna curl the back toes under. We're gonna come into a plank and we're gonna take our vinyasa. Hands come under the shoulders, slightly tuck the pelvis. You can also drop the knees and lift the heels to modify, or use 2 blocks to land on. We're gonna come forward, big inhale, and exhale, lower. Flip the feet, open it up, upward facing dog. Bend the knees, place them on the mat, curl one toe, then the other. Come on back to down dog. Take a deep breath. One more deep breath. And this time, left leg comes high, 3-legged dog. We exhale, bend that knee, heel to glute. Shoulders stay square to the front of the mat. And we're gonna bring it forward, coming into our pigeon. Slide back on that back leg. This time we're going to bring the right elbow in front of that bent knee. And come into prayer hands, twisting over to the left. And bring that forearm down. Left hand comes around in a bind. See if you can grab that front foot. Take a deep breath. And we're gonna come back and just walk it forward. Maybe you stay here on your forearms or walk it all the way down. Take a deep breath. One more deep breath. We're gonna slowly walk back up on those hands just a little bit and see if you can just thread the needle, coming onto that right shoulder and right ear. Maybe you bring that left hand on top of the right. If this does not feel good to you, I would stay up on your forearms in your regular pigeon pose. Take a deep breath. We're going to bring that left hand back. Slide that right arm out. Curl those back toes. Lift that kneecap. Come on into your high plank. Take your vinyasa. Drop your knees if you need, or use your blocks. Big inhale to come forward on the tippy toes. Exhale, elbows in at your side. Hovering, you lift into your upward facing dog. We're gonna bend those knees, curl one toe then the other. Come on back to down dog. Take it for a walk as you breathe. Take one more deep breath. And from here, we're going to bring that right leg high, three-legged dog, big inhale. We're going to exhale, knee to nose. Bring it right back to three-legged, big inhale. We're going to exhale, knee to nose, come forward, shoulders over wrists. Come on back up, three-legged dog. And this time we're going to step it wide into lizard pose. So the foot is halfway on, halfway off the mat. You drop down on that back leg. Come on down to your forearms. Maybe you roll onto the outside of that foot to open up that hip a bit, or not. And maybe you take it one step further and lift the right arm towards the sky in a twist. Maybe you bind that arm. Open up through the chest. And let's come on back. Curl those back toes under. We're going to slide that leg back to our plank. Chaturanga. Take your vinyasa. Drop the knees if you need. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Flip the feet. Open it up. Bend the knees. Curl the toes. Lift the hips back to down dog. Take a deep breath. One more deep breath. Left leg comes high, three-legged dog. Deep breath in. We're going to exhale, knee to nose. Come forward, shoulders over the wrists. Come on back up, deep breath in, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Come on back up to three-legged, big inhale. We're going to exhale as we step it wide into our lizard. Drop down that back leg. Come on down to those forearms, elbows under the shoulders. Maybe you roll on the outside of that front foot. We then twist open with that left arm to the sky. Take a deep breath. Maybe you bind that arm around, opening up through that chest. Take one more breath. And come on back. Hands come up. We curl the back toes, lift that kneecap, slide that leg back to your high plank. Hands come under the shoulders. Take your vinyasa. Deep breath in. Exhale. Flip the feet. Open it up. Bend those knees, curl those toes, come on back. Take a deep breath. One more deep breath. And this time, right leg comes high, three-legged dog. Deep breath in. We're going to exhale, right knee to left elbow. Come on back up, deep breath in. Exhale, right knee to left. One more time. And come on back to three-legged, big breath in. This time you bring knee to chest, step it up, right between those hands. We're going to stay lifted on that back leg. Squeeze the inner thighs to lift. Hands on your hips. Sink into that crescent lunge. We're going to slowly lean forward. And we're going to lift the arms. And lift behind. Lift. Bring them behind. Lift. Bring them behind. Lift. One more time. And we frame that front foot. Come on back. Take your vinyasa. Don't be afraid to use those knees. Open it up. Bend, curl, lift. Take a deep breath. One more deep breath. And on your next breath in, left leg comes high, three-legged dog. Big breath in, we exhale, left knee to right elbow. 2 more times. Make sure you're breathing. And exhale, knee to chest, give yourself some height, step it up. We're gonna stay lifted on that back leg. Squeeze those thighs to lift up. Hands on your hips, sink into that crescent lunge. We're gonna lean forward, arms come behind. We lift, bring them back. Lift, bring them back. Make sure you're breathing. And frame that foot, come on back. Drop those knees down, bring them as wide as the mat. Big toes touch, sit back on the heels. Maybe you stay up on your forearms just to open up those hips. Maybe it's in your practice to melt all the way down. Take a deep breath. One more deep breath. Fill those lungs with oxygen. And we're gonna walk it back up. Come into a tabletop. Curl the toes, down dog. We're gonna step it up to the front, coming into forward fold. Micro bend in those knees. Take a moment here. Let the top half hang heavy. One more deep breath. And let's slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Deep breath in and exhale, hands to heart. Standing in our Tadasana. Fix your clothes if you need. Pick your wedgies, of course. We always want to be nice and comfortable. Coming into our Tadasana, hands to heart. We're going to bend the right knee, and we're going to step it back, bending on that front leg. Slowly lift with control, bend that knee. Again, bring it behind, bending on that front leg. Coming up with some control. Step it behind, bending on that front leg. Come on, back up. Bend that knee. Arms overhead. We slowly make it back to warrior 3. We're going to flex that back foot. Airplane arms. Drop it down. You might need to heel toe it a little wider, coming into your warrior 2. Lift those arms. We're going to reach front, open through that chest, right arm over right ear. Take a deep breath. Straighten on that front leg. 90-degree bend. Straighten. 90-degree. Straighten one more time. 90-degree bend. Forearm to that thigh. Coming into your humble warrior. We're going to slowly begin to turn. Frame that front foot. Come onto the ball of that back foot. Drop that back knee. Slowly begin to rise by squeezing those thighs together. We're going to lean forward, sinking into that front hip. Arms come behind, and we lift. Bring them back. We lift. Make sure you're breathing. Frame that front foot. Pop up on that back foot. We're gonna bend and step it right up. Forward fold. Take a deep breath here. Maybe you hug it in. And let's slowly roll it up. Arms overhead, big breath in. We exhale, hands to heart. Coming into Tadasana or mountain pose or our home base. This is the beginning of a lot of poses, most poses actually. From here, we're going to lift the left knee. And again, we're gonna cross it behind, step it back as we bend on that front leg. With control, come on back up. Bend that knee. Step it back. Lift. Bend that knee. Step it back. And we lift. Reaching the arms overhead. We come on back to our warrior three. Flex that back foot, airplane arms. Deep bend in that front leg. Swan pose. Drop back into your warrior two. Maybe you need to widen your stance. Arms come out. We flip the front palm, reach it front. Left arm over left ear. Take a breath. We straighten on that front leg. 90-degree bend. Don't let that knee go over the ankle. Straighten. We bend. Straighten and bend. Right arm to that thigh, coming into humble warrior. And we slowly begin to turn. Coming into our low lunge. Drop down on that back leg. We're going to squeeze those thighs to lift. And we're going to slowly lean forward. And we lift the arms. Bring them behind. Make sure you're breathing. Frame on that front foot. Pop up on that back foot. Step it up into your forward fold. Hug it in. Slowly rise up. Deep breath in. And exhale, hands to heart. Big breath in. We're going to swan dive down as you exhale. Coming into forward fold and halfway lift. Deep breath in and exhale, forward fold. Hands to the mat. Step back to your plank. High plank. Last chance for vinyasa. Take a deep breath. Come forward. We exhale, lower. Flip the feet. Open it up. Drop those knees down. Swing them around. We're going to come into a seat. Gently lay back one vertebrae at a time. We're going to stay up on our forearms. You can tuck those fingers under your glutes. Open up through the chest by bringing the shoulders back. We're going to bend the knees. And then we're going to straighten them out. Lift them up. Bend. And lift them up. Bend. Scoop them out. Lift them up. Bend. Make sure you're breathing. back onto our back. Give yourself a hug, maybe a little back massage. Take a deep breath, filling those lungs with oxygen. Hands down by your side. Your whole back is on the mat. And we're just going to do the same thing we just did, but this time we're not lifted. So legs come up, hip distance. We bend the knees. We scoop those legs out, hovering as we lift. And we're breathing. One more time. Hug it in. Give yourself a hug, maybe a little back massage. We're going to lift the upper back off of the mat. Steeple grip or Charlie's Angels fingers. And we're going to just open up those legs. My upper back's off the mat, keeping a nice distance between my chin and my chest. And we close them. And we open them. And we close. As we breathe. Nice, slow, controlled movements. This time the right leg comes down. This is going to be hard. Then the left. You got it. Keep that core tight. That's what's going to keep you lifted. Keep that core tight. Come on. You might roll off to the side a little bit. That's okay. Just find your way back. You got this. Oh boy. You feel that? Oh yeah. Come on, one more on each side, you got it. Keep that core tight. Keep it tight. That's what's gonna keep you lifted. Oh yeah, okay, hug it in. Woo, do you feel that whole core on fire? Holy moly, give yourself a little back massage. You did so good. So good. Let's do one quick good morning stretch. Stretch out that core. And we're going to do our plow pose. Let's bring those legs high, hands down by our side. And we're going to just lift up. We want our spine to be nice and long. So maybe you're here. Maybe you're still working on it. I do suggest resting your feet on your couch if you're still working on this. If you're not able to get your feet to the ground. Once you have your feet resting on either a chair, like the top of a chair, or the seat of your couch, then I want you to work on straightening the spine by coming onto your shoulders. Hands to the small of your back, keeping the neck nice and long and open. Breathing the whole time. To come out of this pose, we bring both hands down to the mat. Knees stay close to our face, but we're going to use those hands as brakes to slow us down because we want to come down one vertebrae at a time. Once that tailbone hits the mat, hug the knees in. Let's lay flat. We're going to twist that left knee over to the right, because you know I can't ever end a practice without a supine twist, aka wind relieving pose. Ha ha ha. I'm never gonna let that die. Let's take it to the other side. Right knee bends. Take it over to the left. Both shoulder blades always stay on the mat in our twists. Opposite arm comes out. You can look over to that arm. Take a deep breath and come on back. So we're going to do our corpse pose a little bit differently today. You guys stay laying on your mat, or if you need to get up to get your pillow or blanket, get up from the side. Instead of placing the blanket or pillow behind us at the small of our back, we're going to place it right underneath our knees, right? So it'll look something like this. So your legs are resting on the pillow, right underneath your knees. So either a pillow will work or blankets, maybe 2 pillows so that your legs are elevated, super cozy. Once you're in your position, I want you to scan your body for tension. Relax your body, let it melt into your mat. Surrendering, letting go. Turning off your mind. Closing your eyes. And just allow this moment for yourself, just to be present with yourself and your breath. A little meditation. And I want you to breathe just like we do at the beginning of practice. Count of 4 on the inhale, count of 8 on the exhale. I'm going to play my little drum while you guys relax. I want you to slowly begin to wiggle your toes and your feet. No, not your feet. Your fingers. Gently waking up the body. And move slowly coming out of your corpse pose, turning to the side, coming into fetal position to meet me in a seat. Feel free to sit up on a block and maybe a pillow on top of the block or a blanket on top of the block so that you feel nice and elevated at the end of your practice. We're gonna lift the arms over the head, take the biggest breath in we've taken all day. We're gonna hold it at the top. And as we release the breath, I want you to picture any negative things in your life right now, just leaving with each exhale. We're gonna take a deep breath in, reach the arms up overhead. Hold it at the top. And exhale, release. Let's do it one more time. Deep breath in. Hold it at the top. And exhale, release. Hands to heart. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me for day 10 of Solstice. I'm so proud of each and every one of you for hanging in there and showing up for yourself every day on your mat. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow for day 11. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Namaste.